Hi everybody, Lisa here from My Dog Ate It with a quick little video on making some frosty treats at home for your pups. The baking boys are also here. They are on the floor right behind me, hoping that something falls to the ground or that they'll trip me if I step back and everything will fall to the ground. But again, it's summertime. It's a good time to have some frosty treats for the dogs in the freezer ready to go. These are also ideas you could use for Kong fillings and things like that. You can of course buy, the froyo treats at the pet store. Some of them are going to be better ingredients than others. Some of them at a traditional supermarket are going to have some pretty low-end ingredients with sugar and chemicals and artificial colors and artificial flavors. That's not really our bag. We hope that's not your bag either, which is why we're going to show you some easy ways to do this. So we're going to make up a little sample batch, and what I do is you can use a muffin tin, especially if you have a larger dog. You can use a fancy ice cube tray. This time around I'm going to use this little silicone mold ice cube tray that I think I got from like the Target dollar section for $1. And these you pop them in the freezer. After about 12 hours you can pop them right out, throw them in a Ziploc bag, and you're good to go. And again, you could also use this for Kongs or similar toys that you need to fill with a treat. Most of my stuff I do with yogurt base. My dogs are okay with dairy as long as I do a fat-free. So like I would like to use a Greek yogurt or an Icelandic yogurt, either plain, or I'm using the coconut, which has a tiny bit of sugar, but they're only getting a tiny bit at a time. Make sure to check the ingredients on what you're using. Don't use anything with that says low fat or light on it, because that usually has an artificial sweetener that can be really dangerous for your dogs. If you're not sure if your dogs can do dairy or not, you could also use like a coconut milk alternative. There's all kinds of dairy alternatives available now. You can certainly use that. I know my guys are okay with dairy, so we're going to use that one this time. So let's get our bowl. Let's open up our yogurt. Hopefully you can see all this. I apologize for the dancing hands. It's a kind of awkward angle. And somebody's going to want to stick their head in this cup, and of course a pug head is not really going to fit into this little rectangular thing, so we're going to be careful with that. This go around, I think what I'm going to add in is some freeze-dried blueberries. I keep these around. I toss them in their food. They're good to toss in treats. You can toss in pretty much any freeze-dried fruit as long as you know your dog is okay with it. You can put in fresh fruit, you can put in frozen fruit, you can put in a little peanut butter. Another idea is whenever you're doing like a Kong treat or something like that, don't stuff it completely with the peanut butter, because it's just really high fat. Just put a little bit in and mix it with some yogurt or mix it with something else, so that you're breaking it up so it gets peanut butter flavor, but not all the fats. And also we use Teddy brand. It's a local brand. It's earthy crunchy, no salt, no sugar. Please be careful, read those labels. Don't give your dogs the Jif off the shelf. It's got sugar in it. It's got a lot of other stuff in it that they probably shouldn't have. So I'm basically just going to mix this up. Actually, this is pretty light on blueberries, so let's I'm going to fluff this up a little bit. And you could use dog treats. What you can do is, if you're using ice cube trays or muffin tins, is just put a whole cookie in the bottom. That's always fun to have. Nice little treat in there. Gonna mix it up, and that's basically it. That was about 30 seconds of work there. So then I'm gonna make a mess by dumping these in here kind of carefully. You could use a spoon, you could use a piping bag. It's really not worth that much trouble to go through. It's not that big a mess. Kind of stuff them in. Again, these are going to be little treats. I usually give these to my guys like midday when they come in from a walk or something. The dog walker can give them to them. So it's a quick little treat. Just be advised, the bigger ones, if you make them in a muffin tin or something, your dog's probably going to push it all over the floor. So I try to give it to them in a dish on a placemat to make things a little easier. So, whoop, a little mess there. So when you're basically going to fill it up, you're going to plop it down, and you're going to pop it in the freezer for about 12 hours. Pop it right out, throw it in a Ziploc bag. Here's some that I made last week in an ice cube tray. These were a little bit of pumpkin. I had some canned pumpkin, I think I had some fresh blueberries or frozen. And again, I did a plain non-fat yogurt that time, so I knew there was absolutely no sugar in it. Just another little idea there. So let's pause for a moment, and we will serve some of these up to the baking boys. Okay, through the magic of television, we are back. You can see that Bucky and Norman are enjoying their little froyo treats. What I'm going to do for Hangry, because I know he's going to make a mess, is I'm just going to give him a little bit of this yogurt off the spatula. This may get messy. Hop, hop. Have some. Oh, yeah, okay. You can't take the spatula, though. Good boy. There we go. Okay, thanks very much for watching our first little video. We will bring you more. Some will be more health related, some will be more food related. They will all be fun. And remember, it's always good to have someone furry in the kitchen with you, so you've got somebody to lick the bowl. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.